It's week 6 of the National Football League. And up next, it's the Caps Athletic Corner.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Columbus Caps and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having the linebackers set the edge.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd and 9 now. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Right back to him on 1st down. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 76 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 18 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now back to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and 2. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another carry for Pierce. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They'll pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker. They'll try and run for it. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. On play action, they'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Interference. Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here we go on 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Caps will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, here's Pierce. And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. Good footwork at the 30. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. With this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
They go again with Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, there's the option going left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And outbounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be fourth down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. What a little clear out. Hoping to get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now this throw caught left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So his 2nd field goal here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one tied the game, and this one gets them the lead, but you just have to wonder if field goals are going to be enough. At some point, they've got to conclude these drives with the ball in the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory,
The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And what a big-time play there. 47 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Caps have taken the lead here in this third quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll go option to the short side. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now. In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
They'll look to throw here. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now back to throw. Cooks on the quick slant. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Agreed. That's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A throw over the middle taken in. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. Just over 1:40 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And his kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Houston, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.